up, SK family? This is Stephanie.
And I am Katia.
And we make up ASK. Welcome back. So, I wanted to update you on what happened yesterday after we left you. We left, and we made it to Fremont Street just in time for our Zipline. Didn't really get a chance to even acquaint ourselves. Like, our lift dropped us off, like, right there. So, that was our first experience with Fremont Street, was the Zipline. Not gonna lie, I was a little nervous. They started strapping this up and harnessing this up, and they took us up an elevator to get to where we're really about to Zipline from. We're like, okay, the elevator's still going. Still going. It hasn't stopped yet.
Mm-hmm.
So we get to the top. I make the mistake of looking down. I'm like, okay, we're doing this. There, and you just watch the thing flap on down, and then they send the people off, and before you can see them get real good, they put it back up so you can't see them no more. So I was like, okay. I know I was nervous. And it was our turn. I was like, oh, whose idea was this? I was like, I guess we're really doing this. So, anyways, once we got up there, it was a lot of fun, and I'm gonna do it again. What about you?
While we were here, I wasn't nervous. I had never ziplined before, and hey, go big or go home, right? I started getting nervous when we went up the elevator, and I thought we were going to stop at a certain floor, and this thing kept going, and kept going, and kept going. And then, got in line. I was kind of like, calming down when you're in the back of the line. And then as I got closer, and I was like third person in my line, I was like, oh. And then you see them go out. And but like once I lifted off and I was like, oh shoot, like it's me and the ground. I was a little nervous, but once I was good. Yeah. I was like, oh hell yeah, woo!
Because they leave you hanging for a second before they send you off. So you're like, whoa.
So you feel the security. I definitely feel like laying on your stomach and balancing from your center and buoyance in the middle is a lot better for me, just doing it, because they had the seated version, and I felt like I would felt a little more nervous even going through it if I was seated.
Absolutely.
So, I definitely recommend the lay down version, in my opinion. Great. I'm going to do it again.
That was such an adrenaline high.
I was like shaking afterwards, but it wasn't like a nervous shake. It was like rush. Because I had never experienced it. I don't ride roller coasters, so like that was like my body has never really been through a rush like that. But it was nice. We got pictures, and we had a good time. And then after that, we explored Fremont Street.
Oh, I have to tell them what I found on Fremont Street. Tell them a little bit about it.
So we went to Fremont Street or whatever, and we started going through we were hungry, so we were looking for food. And we found food. We ate at some Chinese place. It was okay. Chinese one of them things like it's either great or it's okay or horrible. And it was just okay. And then we did a virtual reality after we ate.
That was a bad idea.
We did a haunted house one, and then the guy gave us a free one.
It was a ride.
Right. So both of us paid for one ride each, and then he gave us the free one. And and then we took pictures with the Chippendales. So like the Money Mike, Magic Mike guys had their little bow tie on with no shirt, and so we took pictures with them, and it was fun. And we got pictures from that. Yeah.
So my name is Stephanie. As you guys know, but I have a unique spelling of my name. My name is not spelled with the traditional. I just say traditional. It's spelled weird, anyways. No offense, but But my name is spelled with an F. Look what I found. You know how hard it is? Like, to go, like, souvenirs. Like, I never find my name. You can relate to that, too. But I never find the name. Like, you may find Stephanie with, like, a PH. You'll find both variations of Steven. But very rarely I find my name anywhere spelled correctly. How it's spelled on my birth certificate. But I found these. Say Las Vegas, and my name is spelled Stefanie. Woo woo. And then I got 2 chocolates. I'll open them so you can see. I have only found my name one other time on a license plate when I was in Mall of America. And I was shocked. I always look for fun. I don't know why, but I just look. I always look. I know I'm statistically never going to find it, but I always look. But look, guys. Look. Anyway, so that made my night. To find a shot glass and some stuff with my name on it, spelled how it's spelled on my birth certificate. I thought that was pretty dope. Very common name, my name, but a very, unique spelling. I wouldn't say too unique. It's a whole group of us. We found it. But it's not as common as, like, the regular spelling. So, yeah, very rare. But I remember in the group somebody had said they found it at Fremont Street, and I was like, oh, when we made the plans to come here, I was like, I'm going to go to Fremont Street, and I'm going to look and see if I find it. And I found it.
Mm-hmm.
So I was excited about that. That was, like, the highlight. Like, a highlight. I won't say the highlight. That was a good highlight, though. So then we kind of hung out, walked around a little more, listened to some people do some music and dance, and just kind of people watched a little bit. Met a guy, danced a little bit. And then we went to the escape room. There was no filming allowed for obvious reasons, but it was Saw themed. What did you think about that?
I thought it was good. Like, it's my best traditional Saw escape room style. We did a virtual reality escape room back in Virginia. But that's still my favorite. That still tops any one that I went to.
Facts.
But all the original style escape rooms, this is the best one. They definitely did a great job capturing different scenes from Saw, and you literally walked in a room and you knew what room it was.
Mm-hmm.
But I still feel kind of bummed because we got to the last room and I was the one we found all the numbers we needed, but the safe wasn't very clear initially, and then when I read it, I got it, but I got the last number, it clicked, but I turned it to the left instead of the right, and once you turn it to the left, it dimes out and our time was out. So I was kind of bummed because I just turned it to the left and opened it. I would have got the key and we would have, you got out, obviously we're here, but it's like, dang.
Yeah. What made that room nice was it was multiple rooms, and I've been to escape rooms where it's multiple rooms, but if you didn't get out, then you stayed there. Like, if you were supposed to, there's like 3 rooms, and you don't get out the first room, you don't see the next 2, rooms. This one had multiple rooms, and each room had its own little time limit. So even if you didn't get out, you still got to progress to see the next room.
Yeah.
Which I thought was nice about that. I guess the best tip that I would give, just don't overthink it.
Yeah.
We had a group of smart people, and a couple of rooms we didn't make it out because we were overthinking it. We got out of one room like that, and it was like, oh, got it. So we're overthinking things. Got it. And that helped a lot.
Yeah, I would do it again because you're doing it with it. It was just us, and we went in with a group. Mm-hmm. So with a different group, and then they generally rearrange the props and stuff differently.
They do. Oh, yeah, and they're doing a Blair Witch at that location opening actually this coming weekend.
Mm-hmm.
We won't be here, but definitely our next visit, we'll come check that out.
We'll
for
probably
sure.
do a duel, maybe.
Yeah, I wouldn't mind.
Like doing Saw and Blair Witch.
Whatever.
Because there's a couple that we've already done that I would like to redo with other people. Because
Who you go with makes a huge difference.
Yes, that's important. So if you think you're just going to drag along people just to have numbers, it's not going to work. Because people are just going to stand there. A couple of people in our group were there for moral support, and it showed. But we had enough people actively engaged.
They were in the way, too.
To accomplish whatever.
She said overall we did really good, though.
Mm-hmm. We got out of most rooms.
Oh, yeah, and the next advice, the first room is bigger than it appears. So go around that corner.
Yeah. So we should have people in both.
All the areas. I didn't even realize that was a section.
Yeah.
We walked by, we're like, that's part of the room? We didn't even go down there because we didn't realize.
Because she said room by room, so.
So, even though it was open, we did go around the corner, but then go around the corner again. But anywho, just so you know, the first room is bigger than you think, than it appears, so just go explore. He's gonna bite you.
Don't overthink it.
And then don't overthink it. And just have fun.
Yeah. And it has scenes from the Saw movie, but it's not, like, scary.
Oh, no, it's
There's
not.
none of the parts. Like, I was a person that was, like, I was loving to interact. And that's the first, like, very interactive room, too, like, where you needed people to actually
do stuff. If you didn't do it, then you didn't get it.
Right. Steph went and got a refill.
Oh, yeah. Big tip. They refill any cup. So go get your drink at whatever location and you pay for the cup and then they'll refill it for you. I did get a refill and I got some garlic knots at the place downstairs from our hotel. I wanted pizza and I walked at the pizza and I didn't want that anymore. But just something, and we just kind of relaxed. It was cool.
Mm-hmm.
We are currently, where we're staying is smack dab in the middle of the strip. So we're going to go explore today. And go see the other ends.
Yeah, today's a free day.
We had nothing planned today.
And tomorrow we have to be checked out by 11, but our flight doesn't leave till
7 something.
So we have a little short span to, enjoy more. Maybe we'll do one half in that direction and go the other way tomorrow.
Maybe.
Or do both today. We don't know.
I don't care.
It don't matter.
Take a bus, walk. I don't care. I don't mind walking.
It's been great. So today is like our free day to do whatever. If you're that couple or individual who, always thought about coming to Vegas and be like, but you don't gamble
or
party like that, you can still have a good time. So you just have to find stuff like that you like to do, and Vegas got it. Whether it's outside of the strip rim, they still have it. And we took the public transportation to some places, very nice. And we use Google Maps and Lyft in the Lyft app. Instead of picking a car, you can pick public transportation. And I purchased our passes for the bus in there. You just scanned them. And we actually got the all-day pass.
But you also found it's cheaper if you just download the
app.
if
you just download the RTC app.
And then you can use... Go ahead. Then you can use Google Maps. It'll navigate you to the bus stop and then tell you where to walk. It actually has a nice street view, so you make a circle of where you're standing, and it'll tell you, go this way, and little like arrows, and it'll tell you which way to walk. And then if you get to an intersection and you're not clear, sometimes it orients weird. You're not sure which direction to go to, you can do it again, and it'll pan for you. You make a circle, and it'll tell you, go this way, and then or that way, whatever way it tells you to go. Yeah. Very clear, very easy. It's very, very, very easy. So if you're one of those people who gets lost, gets confused, just click the buttons, read it, you'll be fine.
Yeah. So it was a lot of fun.
So far, what would you say would be the highlight of the trip?
The ziplining for me.
That was fun.
The ziplining, and we needed this trip. Yeah. In more ways than one. It's one thing to learn things to put in your emotional tool bag or your partnership bag to help you. But like today, this week, we really put things into play and, saw each other, like utilizing the things that we've been working on, like skill sets to help us communicate better and, not get so flustered and stuff. But the ziplining for me was a highlight. Yeah. But we had everything planned out great. We planned this trip out, you know, and we made it work. You know, traveling does not have to be a stressful task if you plan ahead, you know. So that's one thing. If you're on a budget or you working towards a goal but need to get away, you know, plan ahead. That's what we did.
Everything was paid for except for the hold and the resort fees and food.
Yeah.
Anything else that we chose to do that wasn't
right.
Yeah. But and I would say be flexible. I was getting nervous. Currently, right now, when this stuff was going on, was right when the airline that we were taking was canceling flights just left and right. Luckily, it was mostly towards the east, but still, I was a little nervous. But we made it. I checked. You know, we have 2 dogs now, and the people who we got the dogs from were supposed to watch our dogs. And I checked in with the person who was supposed to watch our Yorkie mix, and she was like, her husband had COVID, one of her kids had COVID, and I was like, okay. And she's like, well, if this puts you in a bind, like, we'll figure it out, you know, leave him outside. And then I was like, I'll keep that in mind as a last resort, but like, no, thank you, you know, like, that's a risk. Like, even if, you know, we won't catch it coming, like, we get the dog back and all his belongings, it was just a risk that we weren't looking to take. So I reached out to a friend of mine here where we live, and she was like, told me about this service called Rover, and I found somebody to watch him. I didn't want to board him at like a boarding place, because the ones that we've seen so far, granted I don't know them all, they look like jails. Like, they don't get a lot of outside time, and he's a sweet dog, but he loves people. He loves interaction. He wants to cuddle. He wants to play. He wants a snack, but he loves outside. Like, if you take that dog outside with his ball, he's happy. You take him outside and let him sunbathe, he's happy. But he likes outside. So I wanted to, and I remember we dropped him with 2 nights, and it looked like he hadn't been out in a minute because it'd be so bad. And I just didn't want to leave him that long in a place like that. So like one night, but looks like 5, because our flights were so early on Monday. We dropped him on Sunday, and our flight is so late tomorrow. We're picking him up Saturday. I just didn't want to leave him. So anyways, I found somebody to watch him on that app, and she's been sending me pictures, and I don't feel guilty about leaving him. Like, he's having the time of his life. And then we were supposed to get our hair done on Sunday, and then was it Sunday? Yeah, Sunday. I'm running around last minute. I get a phone call from a hairdresser, and I'm like, hey, she's like, I got bad news. I was like, uh-oh. No, seriously? She's like, no, it's really bad news. And she was just saying how she did a delivery for something, and she hugged that person, and then that person got exposed to somebody who had COVID. So she was like, I don't know. She's like, I'm going to do a rapid test. I'm going to see if I can get you in. But she did the rapid test, and the results were not until we were already here. So I was like, oh my God. Like, anybody who started locks know how the beginning is when your hair is this short, and you got about this much new growth, and your hair is about that long. But luckily, I've got Katia who knew how to retwist my hair and was willing to do it. Like, you know, you got some women, especially masculine presenting women, will sit on talents, that she always says that, and won't do it. They'll be like, I'm not doing that. I'm like, you gonna have your girl looking like who did it and why? Like, it's in a bind, but they wouldn't have did it. They'd have been like, or they would have tried to find somebody here to do it and would have paid out the ass for it. But I was grateful that she was willing and she was able to do it, so now my hair don't look bad. But I'm not gonna lie, like, I was just like, oh no, like, it was starting to get a little wonky with getting here, but I'm glad that everything worked out. We made it. Our flight was on time.
You got here a little early.
We did. We got here a little early. And yeah, that's probably why we didn't book anything on Monday, because we were like, just in case. But yeah, we've got all our adventures in Tuesdays and Wednesday. So today's a free day to go explore, do whatever else we want to do before we go.
Yep.
Anything else you want to share?
Nope. I'm just excited. And I know I've said this every time, but it's very important to me, and I want to continue to spread this message to the world. It's so important to take very intentional time with your partner. I don't care if you work 5 jobs. You shouldn't, but that's another life. I don't care if you got businesses. I don't care what you have going on. You chose to take ownership of that person's heart and protect it and love them and cherish them. You can't do that if you're not around them. I don't care. You know, like buying them nice things to like put a band-aid on you not being there, that doesn't work all the time. You know, be present and like really present. And I applaud both of us for like really being present, you know, this whole time during this whole trip. We've both been present.
Yeah.
You know, we shared videos, we shared posts, but most of the time our phones were in our bag unless we were taking videos and pictures of each other or whatever we were doing. And even we're, as business owner, we have our own brand. We sprinkled a little bit out there, but you have to take time for your partner. Why get in a relationship? They can be single or being with somebody else that can make some time for them. But that's the big thing. That was the biggest thing for me coming in this trip, is being intentional with my wife. Like, I'm a hard worker, whether it's for business or work, and that's just a part of me, my personality. But I'm also, you can't blame habits on your sign and all of this stuff. Yes, it's a part of you, but you can adjust. It's in you. You can adjust. So I'm just grateful to have a partner that's of interest, that's open to doing things and having a good time and enjoying life, you know?
Yeah. I'm grateful that you enjoyed the Zipline, because I would have felt horrible. Because it was my idea. She was like, okay. But she was kind of nervous. And I was like, if she hates this, what a crappy anniversary is to do something and then you don't like it. Or, you know, even though it was like a minute or two, like, it sucks. Like, yeah. I've been on a zip line, like I said, the last time I was here, and I hated every second of it. It was one of those things where you go in between the buildings. They're really high up. Really high up. And it was super windy. Like, they almost canceled it. Windy. And I didn't like it. I hated every second of it. And I was like, I just imagine how that felt, and that was my idea. So I would have felt really bad if that's how she felt, and it was my idea, and it was her anniversary. So I'm grateful that she really loved it, and it was like excited and would do it again. So that made me feel good. Like, I would have felt horrible. And same thing with the saw. Like, if it was one of those things, it was horrible, I would have felt bad. I would have felt bad. Because she was like, I want to do an escape room. I'm like, fine. Like I said, it needs to be something I can't do at home. Like, if I'm going to go out of town, it needs to be experience the area where I'm in that makes it unique to that area that I can't get at home. So, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm excited.
I am too. Like, so, we will keep you updated. You can follow us on all social media at ASK18. And make sure you, if you're watching this on YouTube, hit that subscribe button, hit that bell, and click all so that you can stay updated on all that ASK has to offer. We definitely have some things coming down the pipe, for sure.
Yeah.
And y'all have an amazing day on purpose.
Bye.
Bye.